Starting off our morning here at Onondaga Lake Park is the parkway right here. A little further down, a museum we're going to check out sometime this summer, and the infamous bridge that takes out buses and trucks. Hello again. As I just said, we're at Onondaga Lake Park. It's a really rainy morning. We are I'm just over here kind of just to check things out. I haven't actually been here too much. I've lived in the area most of my life. I've come down here a few times, but I've never looked around to see what is here. There's apparently a visitor center. I'm gonna check that out this morning. My feet are soaking wet. It has been just a few minutes, and I walked through tall grass because it's been so rainy. No one's had a chance to cut their lawns. It's just kind of a mess. We had a really snowy winter, and here we are still with the precipitation. Hopefully this will help gardens and plants grow. You never know. As I just said, I have lived here my whole life, and when did they have a skate park? Has this always been here? Open daily, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., weather permitting. I doubt today's a very good day for this. It is actually closed today because there's a chain right here that would signify not being open. So yeah, there's ramps and things in here. It would be a horrible day to go skating. As I just said, kind of lived here my whole life. This has always been in the periphery of things as far as what to do when I have people come to town. They'll want to go to a park. This is kind of where you end up. If you know of this park, give us a few tips on just what to do around here. One of the times I came here was when we went to Hyde's, and that's just across the street there. You can see it in the distance, the Art Deco building. But in front of it here, we have a very wet volleyball court, beach volleyball, and Wegmans Playground. I knew about this because there's some young kids with some family that came through, and we looked for something to do for kids. Welcome to Wegmans Playground. I like the crayons. Families having fun over there. There's a statue here. Some children playing leapfrog. It's nice. I don't know how many kids play leapfrog anymore, but these two do. Very reminiscent of playgrounds that I had played on as a kid, except this has plastic and some soft surfaces. I think this is like a squishy, yeah, down here this is very squishy, it's bouncy. And we had stones and bark to run around in. But yeah, nice little message here. Just adjacent to that, this is a little pathway, looks like, and have a water bottle filling station. I figure we'll walk down this way a little bit. Actually, up this hill, there's some benches. People can sit and watch their kids skating. This is the other side of the skate park. And a baseball diamond, it looks like. Have a little dugout here. And it's very muddy right now. Oh my goodness, yeah. My feet are very soaked now, and we haven't even done anything yet. I don't know if I can walk in a building with my shoes if I walk through that puddle. But yeah, the dugout here. And the would-be diamond looks like it's a little covered in stuff right now, just weeds and dandelions. Looks mostly dandelions. So today I'm really feeling like the weather. It's kind of gray skies and everything. It's just kind of kind of bringing me down. The past few weeks, we've had nothing but rain on the weekends. I think we had maybe one day where it was sunny and like this high 70s. It was beautiful weather. And I remember that happening. I'm pretty sure it happened. But right now I'm just kind of in the doldrums. It just finished like this weird, like really fine rain that was just everywhere as I was driving through the city, through the construction and the traffic, just kind of this drizzle. I guess that's what you would call it, drizzle. But I just wanted to come out here to start our series on Onondaga Lake, where we're going to walk around the lake. And I want to look into like a lot of the history of the places around the lake. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you're subscribed down below and give this video a thumbs up. And be sure to comment with some stuff to do around the lake. What do you like to do when you're just near a lake? Just in general. I mean, not necessarily Onondaga Lake, but just anywhere. So kind of the reason why I wanted to cover the trail that goes around Onondaga Lake this summer was because there's so much history and so many different things to do. Like Liverpool is the village that we're in right now, and there are a lot of restaurants. There's a really good bookstore and a nice little grocery store in the village. And this park and everything around the lake has always been just kind of in the periphery of growing up in central New York. And I've never really explored it. And I just figured it's about time I did. Here's another statue. Looks like a boy playing baseball. Looks like he's just holding nothing because the bat is broken. I'm sure they're going to fix that sometime. It's a bronze statue. Look at the shoes, the detail in the shoes here is his Velcro shoes. In commemoration of America's top youth sport movement of the 20th century, Dr. Luke Laporta established the first Little League in central New York on these grounds in 1950. So as I said, most of my life I've been around this area. I've moved away a few times. I lived in a few different places, but you know, this has always been kind of in the periphery of, you know, where I've lived, and I've never really explored it. Like, this is the first time I've been to this lake like this. Like, I haven't been on the shoreline at all. And out in the distance you can see kind of the downtown. There's the dome. I can barely see it. And then as we move through, see the cars moving on 690 Salve with some factories over there. And then there's a, let's see, where are we? Lakeview Amphitheater's out there somewhere. State Fairgrounds across the lake. And as we go through here, we're headed that way, which is north. And there's the yacht club there. A lot of larger boats there. And there's the Salt Museum, which we'll be going to kind of in the next video to finish up our spring series of going to different museums. If you haven't caught any of those videos about museums, which I don't think a lot of people have, YouTube doesn't really like recommending museum videos, I guess. Is that what it is? But not a lot of views on those. So if you want to check those out, I'll leave a link to our playlist down below in the description box. And back on the trail here, the pathway. And today we're going to head over kind of beyond these kids playing into that building over there. So one of the reasons why I started this channel is to just be able to get out of the house. Give me an excuse to get out of the house, start doing stuff. But then I found out that where I live is actually more interesting than I thought. And maybe you have that same type of situation. Is there a weird history in your neck of the woods, basically? I didn't know that the salt production in this area was so vast. Like all this was like there was a canal over there. This was a salt lake at one point. I don't know if it's still salty. I don't know if anyone would know that. Okay, so in the distance, the skate park, Wegmans Playground over there, and then right here, this building, I think this is the visitor center, have a few flags on these poles. This one says, "Welcome to Onondaga Lake Park," and a few in the distance here, fish, walk, kayak, and bike. I do like the different types of bike racks that you see nowadays. Like this one is this shape here. And then, oh, there's a baseball embedded in the concrete down there. Okay, so we're gonna go in the Joseph A. Griffin Visitor Center. It's named after him. Turns out he's the gentleman who came up with the idea for the parkway and this in this park. It was very interesting in there. I saw a portrait of Joseph A. Griffin in there with his proposal for the parkway and Onondaga Lake Park. And then also a whole book that had a lot of different old photos in it. And they had a print in there of the proposal of basically the dream of what Onondaga Lake could have been. You know, had it not been polluted and fallen on hard times, basically, as far as recreation goes. A lot of beaches, different things. And a few things on the Loop the Lake Trail. Very interesting. Planted and maintained by master gardeners of Onondaga County. Full of native plants. So this is the place you come to if you want to rent equipment. Like they do rent bicycles, I think, and a few other things. Yeah, now we're out the backside of the visitor center. Look at all these tables out here. Some bocce courts and shuffleboard. A vending area over there. Oh, there's a little free library. And here is the tram schedule. They've gotten new trams since I was here last. I have a picture of the tram right there. Well, this was interesting, very fun. Fun for a rainy day. Kind of just out here, gloomy Gus today, definitely. I am glad that you came along with me. I'm glad that we could see things that I hadn't seen before. Like, it's really strange how you can live someplace and not really go out because there's, you know, the movie you wanted to watch or the video game you wanted to play. Even though I appreciate you sitting in front of the TV, but I encourage you to get out there and go see a few things. Take a camera with you. You don't have to talk to it like some crazy person like I am right now. I try to find the best hiding spot so I'm not like some weirdo talking to a camera, but that's just how it is, I guess. So we are kind of going around the lake, as I said a number of times in this video, going around the lake over the summer and just going to see the history and what's here and what's happening, what it's all about. And we're also going to do other things in the summer too. So if you like stuff from Central New York or you're curious about this area, come along with us. Make sure you subscribe down below, as I just have a goal of by August, September, 2,000 subscribers. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video. When next time we're down here, which I'm probably gonna go record that right now, we'll go to the Salt Museum. Thanks for watching.